What's good, YouTube? What's poppin'? Leo Fortune back with another video, back with another banger, and back with another reaction. So, y'all, today I'm gonna be reacting to 8 rappers with the richest parents. 8 rappers with the richest parents. You know, sometimes a lot of people have this misconception that all rappers are from the hood, they're all ghetto, this and that and the third. We're not in that. Maybe late in the back in the days when that was maybe a thing that was majority are there. But let's see. Nowadays, a lot of these rappers are rich and they're having kids, and their kids are rappers, and their kids grew up in rich houses. It's just what it is. So, like T.I.'s son, he's his dad is T.I. and his dad's rich, and now he's a rapper. So guess what? A lot of rappers now are rich. They come from rich houses and they're still rich. So, y'all, if you guys are rich, don't feel like you need to be poor to be a rapper. If you want to be a rapper, be a rapper. There's too many of these rich rappers out here. Let's do this. Let's watch this.
8 rappers with rich parents. Since the genre's infant stages in the late 1970s, rap has always favorited the underdog, widely regarded as a platform for the voice of oppressed and struggling people, particularly those in the black community. Rap places a large emphasis on personal authenticity and autobiographical stories. As a result, before the internet widened the genre to allow space for all types of voices, almost all early rappers came from challenging backgrounds and dire situations. As a result, even as rap has grown over the years, the genre and fan base are not particularly welcoming to artists of wealthy backgrounds. Such artists face accusations of being industry plants and buying their way into the industry. Regardless of whether these claims are true or not, it has led several rappers to hide, downplay, or omit their affluent backgrounds. And while
Man, authenticity is the greatest gift you can give, if whether you're a rapper and anything you do. Be authentic, be true to yourself. If you're rich, man, hey, man, just say it. You know what I mean? Pop your collar and just, hey. Look at Drake. Drake's not he didn't come from the lowest background. Drake's one of the most successful rappers out now. And he's not faking the funk. He's not telling you he came from the worst background, this and that. No, he doesn't even portray all that. So, be true to yourself and you still be successful, just like Drake.
Some rappers have no choice but to acknowledge their wealthy early life, others have gone to great lengths to hide from the public. Before we get started, make sure you like this video and don't forget to subscribe to
Yes, subscribe. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up.
Our channel. Now, here are 8 rappers who have rich parents. Number 8, Vanilla Ice. Though Vanilla Ice's legacy might be limited to his hit song Ice Ice Baby, in 2021 it would be remiss to discuss rich kids becoming rappers without mentioning Robert Matthew Van Winkle, aka Vanilla Ice. Before the internet easily exposed—
That was his last name, Van Winkle? That sounds like a professor. I think there was a movie with that, no? I don't know.
the backstories of every celebrity, Vanilla Ice was arguably hip-hop's first real poser. In 1990, Ice found himself at the center of massive mainstream success due to his debut album, To the Extreme, which became the fastest-selling hip-hop album to date.
I can't lie. This guy made a lot of money. He made a lot of money. Yeah.
However, within a year of the album's release, critics were discrediting Ice, insisting that Ice's claims about growing up rough and taking part in a local gang were fabricated. Critics insisted that Ice had not grown up in Miami, as he stated, but rather as part of an upper-middle-class family in Dallas, Texas. To this day, it's unclear how much of Ice's story is actually true.
Shout out to Miami and Texas, y'all.
Records do show his birth occurring in Miami, but other employment records reveal that his mother was a classically trained pianist and respected music teacher in Dallas.
You gotta be rich if you're a pianist. I mean, I don't know. Are you? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. There's probably poor people that play the piano. I believe so. No? Of course. Everybody plays the piano, I guess.
Ice's own telling of his life story alternates from time to time. He switches the places they took place or changes details. So while it's impossible to fully determine Vanilla Ice's background, it's safe to say the rapper grew up much better off than he would like to claim. Number 7, Tyga. While Vanilla—
Yo, why is it such a bad thing to grow up successful and wealthy? Like, embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you grew up successful, your family successful, that's a blessing. You know, take that and run with it. And you don't need to fake the funk, y'all. Again, like, you really, really don't. Like, just embrace it. Yo, that's a blessing, because that's almost like a slap in your parents' face. Like, imagine you as a father, as a mother like me, and I work hard to become successful and give my kids, and then my kids running around telling people yeah, that's like a slap in my face. Like, what are you guys doing? Nah, man, be real with yourself, yo.
Vanilla Ice was lucky enough to rise to fame before an era of widespread technological access. Tyga was not so lucky. Tyga rose to fame in the late 2000s after a series of independent releases landed him a record deal with Young Money Cash Money Records. Since the beginning of his career, Tyga has always insisted that he grew up in Compton, California, a city known for its rough streets and high rate of gang violence. However, back in 2012, footage of the rapper on an unaired MTV show called Busters contradicted these claims. On the show, a 17-year-old Tyga enthusiastically tells the host that he actually grew up in the Valley, a wealthy section of California, and drives a Range Rover that was provided to him by his parents. In response to the clip, Tyga has denied his—
See what I'm saying? Like, that's a blessing, bro. Like, your parents, Range Rover, what? Back in whatever time that was? Bro.
his wealthy roots, claiming that the backstory he explained on the TV show was a fabrication of the show's producers. When you're an ambitious teenager, you'll say anything for money, he explained. Later, he would go on to claim that while he did live in the Valley for a short period of time, he really had been born in Compton and did not grow up with money. Someone should tell Tyga that constantly changing his story isn't likely to help his case. Number 6, Alchemist. Rapper and producer Alchemist has had a prolific and successful career that spans all the way back to the late 90s. And in the several decades since he started his career, he has built a reputation as one of the genre's leading producers. For younger fans who may not be aware of Alchemist's numerous collaborations with legendary groups like Mobb Deep, he may be known as one of Eminem's go-to producers. However, before Alchemist was any of that, he was enjoying an extremely privileged childhood as the son of an extremely wealthy businessman. Alchemist grew up in the suburbs of Beverly Hills and attended high school with future stars like Angelina Jolie. Here he met Scott Conn, son of actor James Conn. Together, the two developed a love for hip-hop and began several short-lived rap groups. Alchemist got his first big break when he began to produce for the group Dilated Peoples, which was founded by one of Alchemist's childhood friends. To his credit, Alchemist has never shied away from his wealthy upbringing, and has discussed his early life in detail across many interviews. According to the producer, he believes that his musical talent is what propelled him, not his social connections. And based on the impact he's left on hip-hop, it's hard not to agree.
Is your agency using WordPress to build websites? That's like carving a chicken with a handsaw.
Number 5, Lil Romeo. If you're a 90s kid, you might best remember Lil Romeo as the star of Nickelodeon's short-lived sitcom.
Come on, who doesn't know Romeo was rich, though? His dad's No Limit. I swear, his dad was like probably one of the richest men in America, in God knows when that was, but yeah.
Romeo. The rapper originally rose to fame in 2001 when he released his track My Baby, which reached number 3 on the Billboard charts. Romeo was just 13 years old when the song was released. How, you may ask, did a 13-year-old rapper get his song to the top of the Billboard charts in the years before the internet exploded in popularity? The answer is simple. His father. Romeo Miller's father is Percy Miller, better known as Master P. Master P came to prominence in the 90s with his group True, and then embarked on a long and storied career as a rapper, record label owner, and entrepreneur. To date, Master P is worth more than $200 million, meaning he's wealthier than some of today's biggest stars, like Drake and Lil Wayne. So when Romeo—
Listen, y'all, this guy's had he's had like 200 million. I swear he was even more back in the day. Like, he's always been consistency with that kind of money.
Romeo displayed an interest in music, Master P wasted no time signing his son to his own record label, No Limit Records. There, Master P pumped a ton of money into the promotion of Romeo's music, and played a huge hand in obtaining the deal with Nickelodeon. And if that wasn't enough, P saved a spot for himself too. He played Romeo's dad on the show as well.
Smart.
Number 4, Lil Dicky. Of all the rappers on this list, Lil Dicky is the only one to have fully leaned into his background to help him boost his own career. Born to an upper middle class family in the wealthy part of Philadelphia, Dicky would go on to attend the University of Richmond and graduate summa cum laude. He then landed himself a job as an accountant at an advertising agency, but was moved to the creative department after creating a homemade rap video for his monthly progress report. Eager to leave the corporate world behind, Dicky created a series of humorous rap songs and filmed music videos videos for them. In 2013, he achieved viral success with his song Ex-Boyfriend, which led to a string of releases that launched him into the public eye. His debut album, Professional Rapper, debuted at #1 on the rap charts and #7 on the Billboard 100. Because of the humorous nature of Dickie's songs, his unorthodox background has actually been a successful tool in developing his brand. Currently, Dickie is working on his Hulu TV show, Dave, but he has stated that he plans to have a comedy career and a rap career that run concurrently. Number 3, Chance the Rapper.
Hey,
Chance the Rapper has developed a reputation as the good guy of rap due to his religious awakening and heavy involvement in philanthropy over the past few years. But when you consider Chance's background, his newfound path makes a lot more sense. If you're a fan of acid rap, you might remember an interlude featuring Chance's father on Everything's Good. Chance thanks his father for the gift of a laptop and some t-shirts. And the tone of the interlude might make you feel like this is a conversation between a struggling father and his grateful son. In reality, Chance's father, though very supportive of his son's rap career, is anything but struggling. In fact, his father, Ken Bennett, earned a more than comfortable living as an aide to the mayor of Chicago and then Senator Barack Obama. The Bennett family had extensive political connections, and Ken employed some of these resources to help Chance early on in his career.
Ah, so that makes sense because I seen him on a show with Obama. Or he met Obama. Oh.
In 2020, Chance revealed that initially his father was not respective of his musical ambitions. His father eventually recognized his son's ambitions and began to help manage his career from a business perspective. It's clear that many of Ken's political and moral philosophies have rubbed off on Chance, who has become increasingly involved in politics, specifically regarding Chicago in the past year.
Good.
Number 2, Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow is one of 2020's breakout stars. The release of his hit, What's Poppin', in 2020 launched him into stardom and earned him a record label with Generation Now, the same label that Lil Uzi Vert calls home. Though the majority of Jack's music is upbeat bangers and party anthems, he does occasionally take on a more somber tone and allow his introspective side to take over. During these tracks, Harlow frequently reminisces on his childhood, growing up in Kentucky, and his parents, while the rapper frequently alludes to a happy and peaceful childhood, and even delves into his parents' professions on Baxter Avenue. He does leave out one minor detail. Throughout his life, Harlow's parents have owned and operated an extremely successful signage business in Kentucky. The business is alleged to do millions of dollars of business a year, meaning that while Harlow may not have been born with a silver spoon in his mouth, his parents' resources definitely afforded him more resources than the average person. Both of his parents are supportive of his career, and are rumored to have funded many of his early projects before he began to attract industry attention. Number 1, Jaden Smith. Of all the rappers on this list, Jaden Smith is the only one who is absolutely incapable of hiding his upbringing from the world. Before Jaden was even born, his father was already one of America's favorite entertainers. As you probably know, Jaden is the son of rapper and actor Will Smith, who enjoyed a successful rap career in the late 80s and the early 90s before becoming the star of the legendary sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. To date, Will is worth a whopping $350 million, meaning Jaden and his sister Willow quite literally grew up as rich kids. Despite this, Will has worked his best to ensure his children stay grounded. Once joking, quote, "I tell my kids all the time, we ain't rich. I am." Despite Jaden following in his father's footsteps, the two's music is...
I like that. We ain't rich.
It's about as different as can be. While Will stuck to wholesome, family-friendly content, Jaden has opted to produce more moody, ambient tracks that don't shy away from profanity, sex, or drug use. And while Jaden is still earning his stripes in the rap industry, he must rest easy at night knowing he has a hefty backup plan if music doesn't work out. So which one of these rappers on this list surprised you the most? And who do you think was the most spoiled growing up? Let me know in the comments. And
so yo, I'm not surprised by none of it. Nowadays, all of it happens, man. So, if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. It's all love, and subscribe. See you next video.
Hey V, line them up.